If we listened to Google earlier this week, which were out here, the heavies were out here earlier this week, saying that YouTube is emerging as a fabulous distribution platform for professionally developed content, not just user-generated, and they cited the IPL, the Indian League Cricket initiative, as one in which 55 million views, I think, for some of the cricket games, etc., etc. They also make the claim that there's a billion views a day. It's bigger, every day is bigger than the biggest US broadcast event being the Super Bowl. How do you view YouTube if that is where they say they're taking it?
I don't know all those numbers, and I don't know the permeation or breakdown of those numbers for our territory. But how do we view YouTube? We actually use it more often than not. We use it because it's a broader platform. If we're agnostic in regards to the platform, and we have another mechanism or another provider that can take our content to market to create noise about that, I think that's a positive. So at times, it will be foe, and at other times it will be friend. And sometimes we're not readily aware of that until we actually get to the point. We looked at the rights for the IPL for mobile, remembering that we've got the IPL for circa 10 years. So we did that before we launched One, and we actually had it on 10 in its first outing, and then it moved exclusively across to Channel 1. We had the opportunity, and that's a prime example of, do we wish to pay a sum of money that we deem to be unprofitable from a digital perspective or a web perspective to marry up with broadcast? And we made the choice, no, we wouldn't. Does that mean that in actual fact it's going to totally cannibalise the audience? I don't think so. I think what it's done is, as we sit here today, we have the ability to watch television in our lounge room or in our office. If I'm in transit, I'm not going to have that same experience. If I can get that from a mobile device on YouTube, that keeps me up to date with what's happening with the IPL, and then when I walk in the door, I don't think as a consumer I'm going to sit there continuing to watch a mobile device when I have a 50-inch flat screen on my wall. So it's extending the experience, not cannibalising the experience.
Next week on AdNews Influencers.
We really had privacy settings that were a bit outdated, and there were too many controls to do what people wanted to do very simply. So the message was clear to us that they wanted a simpler way to manage that, and so that's what we created.